Good morning, it's good to see you. Got a bit of a travel day today, going from the eastern tip of Java, Banyuwangi, to a place called Jember, a few hours inland or through the centre of Java. Wanted to talk about some of the darker aspects of travelling through Asia for me. It's just my personal opinion and what I find a little bit difficult. Don't get me wrong, love what I do, but there are certain things that sort of affect me sometimes. Haven't got a ticket, don't know what time the train goes. Hopefully we'll get to talk to a few people along the way and get there today. Let's see how we go. It all looks very new. It all looks very modern. Gee, it's a far cry from when we used to travel across the island many, many years ago, isn't it? I want to go to Jember. Jember?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that possible today?
For today at 4 p.m.
4 p.m.
Yeah.
Just been notified that the train's about to arrive. It's raining a fair bit, and it has been doing so for the last hour, which is a little bit problematic. It's no big deal, but there's no roof on that building there. There's 3 sets of tracks and we're leaving from the one in the middle, so it's going to be a bit of a dash, I think. Here we go. I think I'm in economy 1, 13D, which is a window seat I asked for. I know that's a dinner car.
Where is your train number, sir?
Economy 1.
Economy 1, right there.
There. Thank you so much for your help. Fortunately, the rain's eased off. Here we go. I'm excited.
Can I put this there first?
Oh, really? That's so kind. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. You too.
Okay, we're travelling. 13D. Plenty of leg room. Happy about that. One of the things I noticed here is this plastic bag for what I assume is for people who don't travel too well. Back in the day when I used to go through Flores and out far east and even through Sumatra, a lot of people, Indonesians, didn't travel very well, so you'd be in these small little Bimo, or big Bimos but little buses, and they'd have these plastic bags hung from the central rail down the middle. You were of course in there with goats, chickens, pineapples and produce to the ceiling as well. That was a whole different style back then. I've made my way into the dining car. I'm going to have a cup of tea and sit down and look out the right side of the window. It looks like there's a little bit more scenery to be seen. Terima kasih banyak.
Enjoy your tea.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So there are darker aspects to travelling through Asia, and many of you are probably familiar with some of them. One of the most difficult aspects I have is the treatment of animals. I have a very soft spot for animals, and I'd like everything to be roaming wild and free. But sometimes you do have the occasion to see animals treated in a way that sort of challenges you a bit, you know, and what you would prefer. I'll tell you a story. I was staying in a little village called Mosque, which is at the base of Kelimutu, an extinct volcano where the calderas collapsed on itself and created 3 different coloured lakes. Become a bit of a tourist destination now, I guess. I was staying in a lodgement or a homestay, and at the back of this lodgement there was a macaque, a small monkey, chained on a long chain to a stake in the ground, and it was surrounded by rubble, broken bricks, tin, wire. It was just in a scrap heap basically, and it concerned me a bit. At dinner that night, back in those days you had one meal that everyone was staying there would share. I was sitting at the table and there was 2 German explorers. One guy had just come from Nepal and he'd been exploring 6,000 metre peaks, and he was meeting his friend in Monet who had just cycled through Indonesia. We were talking and exchanging stories and that type of thing, and after the meal I went to the doorway out the back, which you could see the monkey from. It had become very dark now, of course, and it was also raining really, really heavily because of the monsoon. And I'm sort of leaning against the doorway, and one of these German chaps came up to me and said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Oh, there's a monkey out there that's chained to a stake, exposed to the rain, and it's like really heavy rain, you know. And you know, it concerns me. I'm worried about it. But what do you do? You know, what can you do about it?" And he disappeared. And then about 5 minutes later, he and his friend reappeared next to me with headlamps on, and the guy that was cycling through Indonesia, he had a pair of pliers and a roll of wire. So out we went into the night, into the monsoonal downpour, and over a period of about half an hour we constructed this humpy, or this little shack for the monkey, you know. But the problem was the monkey didn't realise that it was dry in there, and would sit out. You know, we went back to the door and watched. The monkey didn't realise it was dry for him, and we couldn't work out what to do. But I had some bananas, and of course I went and got my bananas and put a few of the bananas in the shack for him. And the next time we came out to see how he was doing, he was in there, had eaten a banana and was grooming himself, you know. You have to be very, very careful. Fortunately, the owner of the homestay, who wasn't there at the time, he returned the next day, and he wasn't unhappy about what we did. I probably wouldn't do that now, having lived a little bit longer on the road, and believe that was probably a boundary I shouldn't have crossed. But you know, that's how strongly I feel about it. You know, I find the treatment of animals here still very distressing. You know, I don't get desensitized to it at all. One of the other darker aspects of travel for me is the abject poverty that you come across. I'm somewhat of an empath, you know, and it's another thing I just can't get desensitized to it. There are occasions where you find yourself in an environment and it's nothing more than just sort of distressing, you know, and you wonder what can you do, and you realise that you can't do much. And then I get a bit of guilt, you know, I get a bit of guilt because I'm able to, I don't have to stay, I can sort of engage, and then I move on back to my air-conditioned room. And this causes me some conflict, and not that I want to avoid it, I never want to avoid the reality of life, you know, that's something that I cherish and I hang on to. But sometimes, depending on my frame of mind, how long or hard the travel's been, there are occasions where I'm confronted with some, you know, kind of distressing scenes, and I struggle with it a little bit. The first couple of times I saw abject poverty in India, the beggars and the state of these people was really, really difficult for me. I didn't know how to deal with it really, and while I have got better at it, I don't think I ever want to lose the feeling for someone or for something. And so, you know, the frustrating thing is you're unable to change it. You can't do anything about it. And the only way I've kind of resolved that with myself is to make sure that when I am doing what I'm doing in such a luxurious fashion by comparison, is that you know, it's my duty that I have to, in some small way, impart something to people to make their day a little better, you know. I hope that doesn't sound kind of self-grandiose or in any way like I'm some kind of martyr or you know, taking on the burden of making people feel good. It's not like that. It's more to do with me. I just feel that I have to do something, you know. And so I find this abject poverty thing yeah, difficult. It's dark for me. It's dark. Earlier in the day, I was sneaking around the train inspector's office, sort of looking at the levers through the window, and he came out and he was kind enough to have a chat with me. Can I ask you how long you've been being the train inspector?
I have 16 years.
Oh, a long time.
Yes.
Oh, how old were you when you started with the trains?
What can you speak slowly?
Oh, maaf kan saya, maaf. How old, your age when you started?
Oh, 2018.
Is it a long study? You have to go to school?
As a train inspector, 4 months for study.
Oh,
4 months.
lama. It's long.
Yes.
Yeah.
In Bandung.
In Bandung.
In Bandung.
Oh, Java. That's
Huh?
far.
It's Java.
Yeah. And you really like your job, yeah?
Of course. Yeah, of course. I so really like my job. For myself, I just want to stay in here, and I don't want to go anywhere, because if I wanna hike a title, so I need to move from this station.
Okay. Yeah. You're doing very well. Your English is very good, Henry. And your family and your wife and family,
Yes,
all live here in Banyuwangi,
yes,
yeah?
of course. That's the main reason.
And what's your job? What do you do?
I'm here as a train dispatcher. Control the train. When the train come and arrive, I control to the what?
Which way the rail?
Yes, of course.
Terima kasih banyak, yeah?
Sama-sama.
Yeah, thank you so much, yeah?
You're welcome.
Here we are at Jember. I, as per usual, don't have any hotels or accommodation booked. It's dark. It's not ideal for me to come into a new town in the dark, but it's not a big issue. Sometimes if you're getting into towns you're not familiar with late and you haven't got a room, you knock on doors and there's no one answering. So we've got a bit of time up our sleeves to find a place. Something on the train I hadn't experienced before was when it was time to eat, an announcement came over and said happy end to fast. You can now eat, and everyone sort of broke out their food and into their packs, and there was crackings of seals and rustles of plastic. Plenty of street food here. I'm not going to hang around. I've got to find a room. Hello. Selamat malam. Do you have a room? Apologies for the flickering lights. I'll give you a quick run through of the room. I might actually stay here for 4 nights. I like it for a particular reason. It's a modern finish, which I like. Huge bed, very comfortable. TV. This is what impresses me. That's 170 upload, 95 download. You have no idea for YouTube's how important that is. Bathroom is absolutely fine. Hot water. We've got soaps and gels and mirrors, and yeah, I'm really happy. I like the fact that they go through and you get some coffee, and yeah, very happy. This is a video in 2 parts, so I'll come back to you in the morning. We'll have a little bit of a look around the immediate area, and I'll give you a couple more of the darker things that affect me a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit, and I think probably other people experience as well. All right, we'll see you in the morning. Buggy. Good morning again. I'm in the central square of Jember, up early to get out, looking for coffee actually, and I can't find any as yet. Not giving up hope, but I immediately notice a difference here in Jember. Banyuwangi is quite a sleepy, relaxed place, whereas here in Jember it's a lot more industrious. There's a lot more energy, people going around doing what they need to do, a lot more traffic, and initial feel is it's a little bit more standoffish. Not as warm and welcoming, but early days, not coming to any decisions on it yet. Another bit of the dark side I've noticed in Southeast Asia over the years are the guys that come over looking to sort of start a new life, and they come over nice and crisp, financially secure, and then for whatever reason, whether it be boredom, relationship breakdown, they spiral out of control from, you know, alcohol or other pleasures of the night. And I've seen them over the years where they first arrived, and the transformation is significant, and it is pretty dark when you see these guys. They get to a point where there's no turning back now. They've gone through their money, they've become quite desperate, and they're sort of shells of the people that I met originally and initially, and it's a bit sad. I get it, I understand it. I've looked into that abyss once or twice, and I can see how it's a very slippery slope for a lot of particularly men, although I have met some women. I've met a couple of women actually who have sort of just lost themselves a bit, and yeah, it's when people have such difficult lives. I've noticed that, particularly with the expats and the people, the long-term travellers that have sort of gone down that slope a bit, they get this vacancy about them. There's nothing. They've lost interest. They've they're sort of almost given up. Whereas once they were, you know, bright and engaged and vivacious and interested in life, the substances or the alcohol or their situation has gone on for so long and it's been so traumatic, and it's just sort of eaten them up from inside, that they become really kind of hollow. And it's a really dark thing. You know, just before COVID, there was a piece written in Thailand, and it was profiling the amount of homeless Westerners the locals were feeding, you know, Westerners that were living on the street. And this has been going on for a while, and it's, you know, more and more people decide to move over to Thailand and places like that. They're unprepared. You know, people come over and they think they've got it all covered and they know what's going on. They used to come over once a year, have their holiday, and think, oh, this is it for me. It's a vastly different proposition when you come over and live here full time, because the curtains are pulled back a little bit and it's not all rainbows and unicorns. But I've spoken about that before, so I won't bore you with it again. But yeah, one of the darker sides that I've noticed are those people, long-term travellers or expats, and they've just hit the skids. They've gone from a prosperous, engaged existence to something that doesn't resemble anything like it anymore, completely the opposite. And yeah, that's pretty dark. Just having a wander around the square and Nugroho.
Yes.
Mark can say.
Yeah.
Every morning you're coming here to exercise?
Yes. Maybe I'm exercise in the morning and Sunday.
And Sunday?
Sunday and maybe Sunday, Wednesday, and tidak terlalu sering ya.
Yeah.
Tidak terlalu sering.
Are you going to work today? Do you have to work?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm work.
What time do you start work?
I'm work is 7 o'clock, and maybe sampai dengan jam 5 sore.
Okay, 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Afternoon, yeah.
And what is your job? Kerja apa?
I am bekerja berdagang.
Berdagang.
Berdagang market.
Oh, in the market, yeah.
In the market, yes.
You have business?
Yes, business. Okay, business, sir.
How long have you had your business? Long time?
10 years.
Oh.
Yes, 10 years. This is my wife.
Oh.
This is my wife.
Pagi. Siapa nama Anda, Bu? Yuyun. Yuyun. Okay. Nuguro.
Yes.
Makasih banyak.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day, yeah?
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah.
Sir, what your name?
Wayne.
Mas,
No. Dari Australia. Wayne from Wayne, yeah.
Pak Wayne dari Australia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makasih, ya.
Thank you,
Thank
Pak
you,
Wayne.
bye.
Okay, bye.
First locals in Jember. I'm just opposite the square, the central square, and couldn't believe it when I turned around and saw this. Look at these magnificent domes of this mosque. Selamat pagi, Bu. Hello. Just a magnificent view here of these three domes. There's do they call this a spire? What do they call that? I really should know, shouldn't I? But it's just a wonderful, wonderful piece of architecture. It's just so dramatic. Well, it's not dramatic. Dramatic in the sense that if you're standing on the other side of the square there, it just sort of looms over everything, and you see these huge, huge mounds. But yeah, that's pretty splendid. That's the thing I like about mosques, is that they're all a little bit different. When you look at other religions' structures, whether like cathedrals, I guess Christianity's sort of churches, they're kind of pretty much the same. They look there, they've got the spire, they've got the cross, but these always tend to come, I guess there's always a dome on them, if I think about it, but they just seem to be a little bit more varied in their design or their architecture. I don't know where I get a coffee in Jember. I think I'm in central Jember, and I can't find anywhere at all. Banyuwangi and other places in Java I've been to, whether it be Yogyakarta, all have little warongs, or at least little places that are dotted around the streets so you get a coffee or, you know, some noodles or rice. Here it's a bit different. Admittedly, I haven't really walked the streets, and maybe this main central area is devoid of them. We'll find out. In search of my coffee this morning, I was walking past Naden.
Yep.
And he gave me a big smile and a big hello. You're on your way to school, Naden?
Yes, sir.
What what year are you in?
My old or
Yeah,
right now I'm 17.
17.
Yep.
And what do you want to study? You going to university?
Yep. I want to study abroad actually.
Oh, really?
Yep. That's
What-
why I learned English.
And what type of subject would you like to learn?
Probably like making films.
What is the best university for you to go to learn in filmmaking, do you think?
I want to go to Korea actually.
Korea?
Yep.
They've got a very, very bright, vibrant
Yeah,
film.
that's why.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, like Korean movies are in another level.
Yeah, okay.
So that's why I want to go to Korea to study in there.
What does your family, your mother and father do? What is their occupation?
My mother is a businesswoman actually.
Businesswoman.
Yep.
Thank you so much for saying hello.
Thanks so
Yeah, I
much,
really
sir.
appreciate
Yeah.
it, Nadine. Yeah, have a good day. Yeah.
Alright,
See you. The search for coffee continues. It's all banks, business and government offices around the square. Well, I found a little street that would probably be able to service my needs, but a bit early for them, it would appear. We push on. Is that a bakery I spy? Maybe they'll have coffee. The roads in Jember are also, yeah, it's not a real, first impressions, it's not a very walkable city centre. First impressions, it's still early. I've only just woken up, so we're looking for coffee. Permisi Bu, ada kopi di sini? Kopi? Di sana? Makasih. This way. There's nothing open down here. Maybe we'll try over here. They really tear around on their bikes here. Selamat pagi, Pak. Ada kopi di sini? Minum kopi? Di sana? Makasih. Won't be long now, I'm sure. Another dark side to travel for me is not being able to find a coffee. What do we got over there? It's just a bit early for them. It's strange though, because most countries, most of Indonesia, India, doesn't matter where you are, people are, there are, morning, pagi Bu, ada kopi, minum kopi? Oh, okay. Well, what is it, Pak? Ada minum kopi? Minum kopi? Kopi Indonesia. Di mana kopi? Tutup? Semua tutup ya?
Ya, tutup semua. Mau kopi sejuk? Mau minum sini?
Ya.
Oh, yang hangat? Hangat apa dingin?
Maafkan saya tidak mengerti ya.
Oh, kalau yang ini ambil sini, tidak ada yang cocok.
Oh, ice coffee.
Ya.
Okay.
Kopi ini.
Yeah, air panas di mana?
air panas.
I want to drink the coffee now. They've got iced coffee. We're getting closer. Is this what the blog's title is going to be? The search for coffee. Now they're just taunting me. There's a coffee on the table there. Gotta watch these roads in Jember. This road traffic man should know. Permisi Pak, di mana minum kopi? Oh, hati-hati. Di mana minum kopi?
Itu.
Hah?
Naik atas.
Oh ya?
Itu yang ada tulisan. Itu.
Oh, makasih banyak ya. Makasih. What's he doing? He's staying? What's he doing? More directions. Feeling good about this. That man was very confident in his assertion. I found another strip. They've pointed me in the right direction. There's another strip here, but nothing's open. Oh, maybe I'll keep going. There's someone down there. Ada kopi di sini? Yeah? Oh, makasih.
Ada.
Success. We finally found ourselves a coffee. Kopi panas hitam dengan gula Bu ya?
Gula.
Gula? Makasih banyak ya. That was quite a walk for a coffee. Hello.
Halo.
Oh, duduk di sana ya.
What's your name?
Oh, my name's Wayne. Siapa nama anda,
Dari
Bu?
mana?
Australia. And siapa nama anda, Bu?
Umi.
Yeah, Omi.
Umi.
Omi. Oh, it's cantik nama. Beautiful name, ya. Anda orang ini Anda ya. Berapa lama punya orang ini?
Generasi ketiga sudah.
3 tahun.
Generasi ketiga dari ibu, dari nenek.
Oh, lama. Wow, mungkin 5 tahun, 50 tahun.
Grandfather, grandmother.
A long time, ya. And ada kamar di sini, atau ada rumah di sini juga?
No. Rumah jauh di sana.
Jauh ya?
Ya.
Aha. And selesai jam apa?
10 jam.
10. And mulai?
Jam 2 dini hari.
Oh, sekarang?
Nanti jam 2 pulang.
Ah, okay. You're going home, ya? Alright.
home.
Okay, makasih ya. Saya duduk ya.
Oke,
Makasih.
silakan.
My Indonesian's really letting me down. Halo Pak. Apa kabar?
Baik-baik.
Baik-baik.
Ya.
Siapa nama Anda?
Bagus.
Bagus.
Ya.
Nama saya Wayne Bagus. Makasih ya.
Oh, makasih ya. Sudah lama di sini.
Apa?
Lama sudah di sini.
Saya kembali di sini di Indonesia banyak kali ya. Ya. Makasih ya. Oh, that was good and thick too. It was worth the wait. It was worth the looking. Makasih banyak. Berapa harga kopi, Bu?
5,000.
Only 4. Oh, makasih banyak, Bu, ya. That was nice to let me off 1,000. Makasih, Pak, ya.
Ya,
See you.
makasih,
Sampai
makasih.
jumpa ya.
Jumpa.
I thought the vlog started quite well. What a difference a day makes. I'm going back to the square. Selamat pagi, Pak. Apa kabar?
Pagi, Bos.
Selamat pagi. Oh, that was close. This is a nice way to start your day, isn't it? Selamat pagi. How are you? Apa kabar?
Baik.
Baik.
Yes.
Suka musik?
Ya.
Ya.
Where you from?
Australia.
Australia.
Siapa nama Anda? Nama saya Wayne.
Itu.
Dito.
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Dito. Oi, saya suka ini ya. Bagus. Oh, fashion, style ya.
Yes.
Makasih.
What is your name?
Wayne.
Why?
Ya.
Australia, wow, jauh banget.
Ya, dari Australia ya.
Australia jauh banget tuh.
Apa?
Jauh banget.
Jawa Barat.
Vlog.
Vlog ya, YouTube ya. Mau kemana hari ini?
Amen.
Ya? Oh, untuk Yuang.
Ya.
Ah, oke. Di mana? Di sini.
Yes.
Ya.
Yes.
Oke.
And cara?
Oh, the train station. Ya.
Ya.
Oke. Makasih banyak ya.
Sama-sama. Thank you very much.
And you too, yeah.
Yes. Next time.
Street musician. Like his hair. I've spoken about this before. Like most people, I have my moments where I'm a bit flat, and sometimes I find myself not in a dark place, but where I feel a little bit isolated. I'm actually a loner and I prefer being by myself, but sometimes when I have these down moments and I might find myself in a simple room, it's a bit dark and there's a few mosquitoes, you can get a little bit down, a little bit more not depressed, but you can feel a little bit lower than you normally do. And because you are by yourself, you don't have anyone to turn around to and say, you know, I'm having a bit of a rough day, or, you know, not feeling it, should we go and do something, go get a coffee, go get an ice cream, or, you know, just sort of that company. And from time to time, it's hard to drag yourself out of that, you know. It doesn't happen often. 99% of the time out here, I'm very, very happy, and, you know, I say it all the time, I wouldn't do anything else. But there are those moments occasionally, once a year, twice a year, where you just sort of find yourself sliding into a bit of a flat spot, and it gets a bit deep and a bit dark. But it doesn't last for long, and in those times you just remind yourself that this too shall pass, you know. Bit of a somber topic today, I guess. Hope it wasn't too slow for you. I'm looking forward tomorrow to getting out into the alleys and the back streets and into the local community and having a bit of a sticky beak there. That just about brings this one to an end. As always, thanks very much for coming along for the ride. I hope you're well and happy in life and doing the things you want to do. We'll see you soon.